Hello guys, I am Vaishali Khan and we are discussing digital circuits. We are discussing the topic the Quine-McCluskey minimization method, or we call it as a tabular method of minimization of Boolean algebra. We already have discussed the detailed procedure, the various steps we have understood, and we have understood the application of these steps with the help of a sample problem as well. Now we are moving to the use of the Quine-McCluskey method or the tabular method with the don't care terms. When I have the don't care terms in the Boolean function, how I can use the Quine-McCluskey method or I can use the tabular method for the minimization of the Boolean algebra. This is what we are going to learn in this video with the help of a simple question. If you will understand the application of the Quine-McCluskey method on the don't care term with the help of this question, you can use this knowledge and you can apply it on the different type of examples as well. So let's start a discussion with the question which is given as the minimize the Boolean function by the tabular method. The function is having the four variables w, x, y, z, and it is represented as summation of min terms 1, 4, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15 plus some don't care terms which is 2, 3, 11 and 12. So we have various min terms and we have some don't care terms. First of all, the first step in the Quine-McCluskey method was to represent these min terms in the binary representation. The first min term is represented as 0001, right? So this is my first min term which is represented as a min term 1 over here. After that we have the don't care term 2 and the don't care term 3. So it is represented as dm2 and dm3, and dm2 is represented as 0010 in the binary and dm3 is 0011 in the binary. The min term 4 is represented as 0100, the min term 8, right? So after that we have min term 4, 8, 9, 13. So min term 4 as 0100, 8 as 1000, 9 as 1001. Then I had min term 13. Before that we have the don't care term 11 and 12. So don't care term 11 is represented as 1011, don't care term 12 as 1100, the min term 13 as 1101, min term 14 as 1110, min term 15 as 4 ones. So these are the binary representation of all the min terms and all of the don't care terms which are given. What I have to do next, the step 2 was to arrange these min terms in the ascending order of the number of ones. So if you see all of the min terms, can I have any min term with the 0 number of ones in the binary? So there are no min term with 0 ones. Here you can see I have 1 1, here 1 1, here 2 ones, here 1 1, 1 1, 2 ones, 3 ones, right? So 0 ones are not present. So the first group is for the 1 number of ones, right? So if I am going to represent all of the min terms with 1 number of ones, I am going to classify them in the first group. So now here the min term 1 is 0001, here we have only 1 1. The don't care min term 2 is represented as 0010, again we have 1 1. Min term 4 0100, again 1 1. Min term 8 as 1000, again 1 1. Then we have the don't care min term 3. Here we have, you can see, 2 ones, right? So apart from these 4, we are not having any min term which is having only 1 1, right? So now we are moving to the group 2 which is having 2 number of ones. So the min term 3, which is the don't care min term 3, which is represented as 0011, has 2 ones. Then the min term 9, which is 1001, has 2 ones. Then the don't care min term 12, which is 1100, has 2 ones. Then now coming to the group 3 where we have 3 ones. So 3 ones is present in the don't care min term 11, which is 1011. Then the min term 13 1101. You can see 3 ones are present. Min term 14 1110. So 3 ones are present again. Now if I look at N15, here we have 4 ones. So here we have 4 grouping. Now what I have to do, I have to now pair the min term from the group 1 to the higher order group. So now if I see the clubbing of the min term 1 and 3, so min term 1 is represented as 0001 and min term 3 is represented as 0011. So only this bit is changing, right? This bit is changing. This is 0, this is 0, this is 1. All of the other bits are common, only the third bit is changing. So I can represent these two as 00-1, right? So I can club 1 and 3. I can make the group of 1 and 3 00-1. Similarly, I can make the group of 1 and 9. So 1 and 9 is varying only at the first location. Other 3 bits are 001. So I can represent it as -001. Right? So if I observe 1 and 12, 2 bits are varying. So here we have 00, here we have 11. So 1 and 12 cannot be clubbed. Right? So now I cannot club M1 and M12. Then I am moving to the next minterm, which is 2. I can club 2 with 3. Yes, I can, because here I have 3 bits same. Right? So I have in the 2 and 3 0, 0, 1 same. Right? The last bit is changing. So I can represent 2 and 3 as 001 dash. Now I cannot club the 2 and 9, 2 and 12, right? You can see. Now after that we can club 4 and 12, right? 4 and 3 and 4 and 9 cannot be clubbed. 4 and 12 can be clubbed. So 4 and 12 can be represented as -100. After that we can club 8 and 9. So 8 and 9 can be clubbed as 100 dash. Right, 8 and 12 can be clubbed as 1-00. Similarly, I can move to the group 2. I can make the clubbing of the minterms of the group 2 to the group 3. Higher group is 3. I am going to club the minterms of the group 2 to the group 3. So 3 is clubbed with 11. Can 3 club with 11? Yes, because here we have 3 bits same. 0, 1, 1. Only first bit is varying, so -0, 1, 1 can be representing 3 and 11 group. Then I cannot club 3 with any other minterms. 3 cannot be clubbed with 13 or 14. Now after that we can club 9 with 11. 9 and 11 clubbing can be represented as 10-1. 9 with 13 clubbing can be represented as 1-01. Right, 9 cannot be clubbed with 14. Why? Let's have a look. Again, it's a very simple one. 9 is represented as 1001. 13 is represented as, or I can take the 9 and 14, right? 9 and 14. 14 is represented as 1110. So you can see this bit is varying, this bit is varying, this bit is varying. Only one bit is common. So 3 bits are varying. I cannot club 9 and 14. So this clubbing is not possible. Right? After that we can club 12 and 13. 12 and 11 clubbing is not possible. 12 and 13 can be clubbed as 110 dash. 12 and 14 can be clubbed as 11-0. Right? Now moving to the next higher group. The grouping of the group 3 and 4. So I am going to make the grouping of minterm of the 3 group with the minterm of the 4th group. So M11 and M15 can be clubbed as 1-1-1. 13 and 15 can be clubbed as 11-1 and 14 and 15 as 111 dash. Right? So now again moving on to this grouping, and now again checking that if we can have a further grouping or not. Right? So now if I check a further grouping, you can see over here we have the grouping of 1, 3, 9 and 11. I can club 1, 3 with the 9 and 11, right? So 1, 3 can be clubbed with 9 and 11 as -0-1, right? 8, 9 can be clubbed with 12 and 13. 8, 9 can be clubbed with the 12 and 13 and it can be represented as 1-0-. The 9, 11 can be clubbed with the higher order, which is 13, 15. It can be represented as 1-1. Right? Now after that 12, 13 can be clubbed with 14, 15 as 11-. Now let's understand how we cannot club any other minterms. Now if I see 2, 3 with, let's suppose 12, 14. Right? So if I see 2, 3 clubbing with 12, 14. 2, 3 is represented as, what is the representation of 2, 3? 001 dash. Right? What is 12, 14? It is 11-0. So here the first bit is varying. 0 is varying with 1. Second bit is also varying, and here 1 is clubbed with dash. So this grouping is not possible. Whenever dash and 1 or dash or 0 club, we cannot have this grouping. So 2, 3 cannot club with 12 and 14. Now let's see how we are going to put the tick marks. So here you can see we have the higher order clubbing. I am going to see if the order, if this group is present in this higher order or not. So if I see 1, 3, it is present. Right, so I am going to put a tick mark. 1, 9, 1 and 9 are present, tick mark. 2, 3, 2 and 3 are not present, no tick mark. 4 and 12 are also not present, no tick mark. 8 and 9 are present. So here you can see we have 8 and 9. Then 8 and 12, right? So we have tick marks. We have 3 and 11. Right, so 3 and 11 are present over here. 9 and 11, 9 and 11 are present over here. Now 9 and 13 are present over here. 12 and 13 are present over here. 12 and 14 are present over here. 11 and 15 over here. 13 and 15 over here. 14 and 15 over here. So instead of 2 and 3 and 4 and 12, I have tick marks in all of the other cases. So now let's represent all of them. So we can have the various prime implicants. What are the various prime implicants? First prime implicant is represented as 1, 3, 9 and 11. 1, 3, 9 and 11 is representing the prime implicant x dash z. Right? So 1, 3, 9 and 11 is representing dash 0 dash 1. So this is my dash is representing my w and dash is representing my w, which is not taken, right, which is varying. So next is x is 0, so it is x bar, right? Then we have dash, which is y, then 1 as z, which is represented as z only. Then here this is representing my w y bar, this is representing my w z, this is representing my w x. So we have the various prime implicants x dash z, wy dash wz and wx. And apart from that, we have for 4 and 12, we have 0, 0, 1. So for 0, 0, 1, we have represented it as x, y dash, z dash. Right? So now let's put all of the columns, and all of the columns are representing the various minterms, including the don't care terms over here. So we are representing what are the prime implicants which are composing the different minterms, like x dash z is composed of 1, 3, 9 and 11. So here we are representing all of the columns as all of the minterms m1, dm2, dm3, m4, m8, m9, dm11, dm12, m13, m14 and m15. These are the various columns, right? So here x dash z is composed of 1, 3, 9 and 11. It is having the dot in first column, third column, ninth column and 11th. Right? So 9th minterm, 11th minterm will be having dot, 3rd minterm and the 1st minterm will be having dot. Similarly 8, 9, 12 and 13. In the 8th minterm column, 9th minterm column, 12 and 13th minterm column, I will be having dot. Then 9, 11, 13 and 15. 9, 11, 13 and 15th minterm I have a dot. Then wx, it is composed of 12, 13, 14 and 15. In 12, 13, 14 and 15 minterm we have a dot. Then we have 4 and 12. So in 4 and 12 also we have the dot, right? So now we are going to see how many dots are present alone. So if I see this column, right, in this column we have a single dot, so I am going to put a tick mark over here. If I see the second column, I am not having any single dot, no tick mark. If I see the column 3, I am having a single dot, again tick mark, it was already present. M4, I have single dot, you can put a tick mark over here. Right? Similarly, M8, you have a single dot, you can put a tick mark over here. M9, we have over here 3 dots, so no tick mark. Here we have 2 dots, no tick mark. Here 3 dots, no tick mark. Here you can see over here we have 3 dots, no tick mark. Here we have 1 dot, right? So here we are going to put tick mark over here, right? So here 2 dots, no tick mark. So here we have tick mark in the front of x dash z, wy dash, wx and xy dash z dash. So now I can minimize this boolean function wxyz as x dash z, wy dash, wx and xy dash z dash. The prime implicants over where we have tick present, right? So we have ignored this prime implicant. I hope you understood how I have minimized the boolean function including the don't care terms using the Quinn-McCluskey method. I hope you are going to meet me soon in the next class. And if you have still not liked and subscribed the channel, Please like the video, subscribe the channel and download our mobile app Vaishali Z Learning. Thank you so much.